the reports on the weekend, and we're not shocked. Freddie Anderson has been injured pretty much all season. He's oft injured with the Carolina Hurricanes. Kochetkov missed time. Now he's back, but they might be looking to upgrade. Now, I'm very aware that when you go to specific markets, much like Kevin Adams, fans, media in those markets maybe value the players there with that team a little higher than they probably should. But hearing names like Mackenzie Blackwood and Blackstone and Blackberry, or the other whatever goalies that have been Wedgwood and all these other, they're getting moved or they're getting calls for them. I just wonder. The Flames have Dan Vladar. He's in the final year. There seems to be a succession plan here. Is it a Calgary only thing that would say, well, Dan Vladar could be a guy for Carolina? Or when you step back, is it crazy to think that, well, Vladar's got a 885 and a 3.08 right now? Who's going to trade for that?
Well, first off, you got the bit wrong. It was the wood. That's what
Yeah,
Colorado's they've cornered the market on wood. They've got Blackwood, they've got Wedgwood. Now they also have Miles Wood, which, just if we're talking hockey names, like, is Miles Wood not the best hockey name ever?
Or 5 Wood.
Just
3
Miles.
Wood.
You've got Miles and Miles of Wood. I mean, it's tremendous.
Anyway.
So to answer your question, would the Carolina Hurricanes be interested in Vladar? I do believe that they called the Calgary Flames. They called 1,000 people over the last couple of weeks to try and understand what the goaltending market looks like. I'm told with the Canes, they're going to be pretty patient, and that's not going to shock anyone. But the way that they've read the market is, name for me, aside from Carolina, one other team that's looking for a goalie right now.
Oh yeah, off the top of my head, Kent.
Yeah, honestly, exactly. Because that's what the Carolina Hurricanes just figured out. They go, oh, wait a second, no one else is looking for a goalie. So we've got Vladar, we've got Karel Vejmelka in Utah, we've got John Gibson, we've got all these guys that are going to be available, and some that we don't even know yet are going to become available. If we sit back and wait because we're in fine shape, we might not need to pay much at all to get a legitimate upgrade that can help our team. So they understood that the asking price from the Flames was a second-round pick for Vladar. And the Flames, at the very least, are going to try and figure out, okay, what happens here now moving forward? Do we accept, if push comes to shove, do we accept a third? Or do we re-sign Vladar, and that's not going to impact our ability to trade him at any point in time in the future if we want to? The Flames have decisions to make on that front, but Carolina, they're just viewing the whole market going, we don't need to do anything right now. We're not paying a premium. We've never paid a premium for goaltending. We're not going to start doing it now because we know that Freddie Anderson coming back from this knee injury, A, it's a defined period of time. It's not like the blood clot he was dealing with before. And B, whenever he does come back, his numbers have been excellent every single time.
I still like both those guys better than Vladar. And to your point, Carolina maybe values goaltending the least of any NHL team when you look at how they shop for it, who they buy, what they spend on a platoon. And Vladar, like, when you talk about the Flames, I'd rather have a third rounder than nothing. And I think I can replace Dan Vladar's production. He's been a sub 900 goaltender every year here, and he's got lots of tools and he battles, but the numbers are never that good.
Well, what's happened of late? I know the Flames goaltending as a whole has not been as good. Mostly since I mentioned two things. I said, hey, Dustin Wolf should be in the Calder race, and hey, this team can hang in a playoff spot. But if you remember my caveat when I said this team can hang for a playoff spot, it was predicated on them continuing to get the goaltending that they did to start the season. Why did it all go to shit?
That's back on Saturday, but yeah, it was a rough couple weeks.
Yeah, the effort as a collective went down. The goaltending was not as good, and they don't score to begin with.
Yeah,
so
made me look like a monkey's uncle. I mean, what happened there? Like I say all these nice things.
No, we know, Frank.
This is what you get.
We listen to everything. We don't just rush to judgment off of a little clip that's on the internet. We want all the info, and then we process all of that info to make an informed decision.
And by the way, Cooley just shooting the lights out still for the Wranglers. Like,
great.
What do they do?
Well, they want to get him up and they want to trade Vladar at the deadline. I think that's real simple. If you give thirds all you get, that's what you get. Great. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.